Shalom, this is the brother Danyala coming back again with another lesson, giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Racha, HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, our teachers that rule well, and shalom to the hopeful elect brothers and sisters that believe in this word and that fear in the Heavenly Father and His Son. And I was watching this video by the elder Menai Zakba, going into Brandon T. Jackson, where he deflected a question that was asked to him about the, Aworium Shal-Shatan, right? The illuminated ones in Satan, so to speak, right? They're illuminated on the left-hand side. And he deflected, by saying that anybody that uses American currency is a part of the Illuminati. No. In order to even become a part of that, you gotta do some far left foul things to do that. And there's a lot of people that use this money. Hey, it's the majority of Americans. They use money and they don't do far left foul things like that, right? You got different people who are Bible believing, the gung-ho, so-called Bible believers. They got a zeal, but not according to the knowledge. Jake, even some of these, which some of these Edomites are like that of Jake, right, so he deflects.
Ask you, what does an
I
industry
don't know. They keep calling me that.
We're going to make you the R because you're going to get other...
I don't know what it means. I don't know what industry plant means. And every time someone explains to me, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I was like...
Because, okay, let's do it like this. Let's shut this whole woke thing down for 2 seconds. The woke spirit, which I love, everybody love. If you're using, and I'm going to say it right now, religion to race to whatever you believe in, you work in, you're using American money.
Come on now.
Once you use American money, you're all in Illuminati. How's that? Let's do it like that.
Have that. We're all part of this.
No, exactly.
We're part of the system. You want to get hired to talk?
He's deflecting because he said himself that he got him a job and he's trying to worry about his family and enjoy his life. Enjoy his life, right? This dude wasn't even willing, he wasn't a part of the truth in the first place, right? But you professing to be an Israelite, you weren't even willing to make a sacrifice, man. Right? Because of the riches. You want the riches and the fame, which I'm sure, if you make a good deal of money, if you're a millionaire, coming out of that, you could start a business that makes millions of dollars. If you put your mind to it, you ain't got to go back and work for no damn Hollywood, man, and do all that foul shit. Right? So really, he wanted that fame again, man. He wanted that fame. So, hey, man. But he wasn't in the truth to begin with. He really didn't have it to begin with. But this right here, I commented on the elders video. I said, Shalom Yahweh Shem Yahushua Barakatah, saluting the elder. And I said, talk about a reed shaking in the wind. He just wants fame again, right? So now what does that mean to be a reed shaking in the wind? Now I get the precept where it talks about that. But this is what this dude is, man. This is what he was, right? Get the precept. So here, let's go to the BLB. Right, where it talks about a reed shaking in the wind. So this is Luke chapter 7, verse 24. This is talking about the prophet John, all right, the friend of the bridegroom, right, the herald, preparing the way of the Lord, all right, of the coming of the Lord, right. The messengers went to go see John, and what they were expecting was not, John didn't meet up to their expectations. And this is what the Lord Yahushua said, man. And this is the Lord's cousin, in the flesh at this time, right? Luke chapter 7, verse 24. It says, and when the messengers of John were departed, he began to speak unto the people concerning John. What went ye out into the wilderness to see? What did you go out into the wilderness to see? Because John was preaching in the wilderness. He was preaching and baptizing in the wilderness. It's like, what did you go out there to see, man? In the wilderness, right? It says, he began to speak unto the people concerning John. Salakia, it says, what went ye out into the wilderness to see? A reed shaken in the wind, right? But what went ye out for to see? A man clothed in soft raiment? Behold, they which are in glorious apparel, living and live delicately, right? They live delicate lives, right? They don't really get their hands dirty, right? They, are kings are in king's courts, right? Yeah, they live delicate lives, right? And in other words, you thought you was going to see somebody, you thought you was going to see like a rich man, right? You thought you was going to see a softie. Because a reed, you could think about, it's like a bulrush or a cattail. Actually, you know what? Right now, I'm looking at some reeds right now. That's a spirit, right? It's like a plant that's, the stock of the plant is not super strong. So wherever the wind blows it to, it moves with the wind, right? So what you thought you was going to go see somebody that was, a softie, man. He was soft. Nah, John was a hardcore he was a rough man, right? He was a rough man, and he wasn't to and fro in the doctrine either, man. He wasn't tossed to and fro. He was steadfast in the faith, man, right? To the point of death, of deletion, Salakia, let's say. So now I pulled this up. I typed in what does it mean to be a reed shaken in the wind, right? What is the meaning of a reed in the wind? It says reeds blow in the wind because they have no backbone, right? They're not strong. Like I said, I'm looking at reeds right now. If the wind was to blow, in whatever direction the wind blows, it would all blow in that one direction, right? They have no backbone and do whatever the reed wants. Exactly. No backbone. Someone who's spineless. You might call somebody a spineless jellyfish. Say somebody doesn't have a backbone. Meaning they're not steadfast, man. They're not strong. And this guy, he's not strong-minded. To go away from that, even though he didn't really have the full truth, but to go away from that and then to go back into it, that means you underwent the temptation, man. You failed that test. Now you back up in there. Now you gotta do whatever. That might make you do worse things now. You want to get that movie role, right? You want to make that money. You want to be on every major streaming platform of the masses to make money, right? They're gonna have to make you do. They might make you do 2-3 times as much foul shit as you did before. So this guy was a reed in the wind. He didn't have no backbone. He didn't have no steadfastness in the faith. He didn't have no faith to begin with, right? Now, this is Matthew chapter 19, and this is what makes it hard for certain individuals, having a bunch of money, having a bunch of substance, right? And having it. Let me put it like this: having it and then loving it. When you love that substance, that you'll do anything for it. And in this case, he's about to do a whole bunch of shit for it, right? To maintain it, to grow his substance that he has. It says, Matthew 19:24. It says, and again, I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter to the kingdom of the Most High, right? The eye of a needle is a small passageway. That's why they compare, like you might say, you might have a passageway that's between 2 giant rocks or 2 boulders or 2 mountains, right? That a person can go through, but the camel, you got to get them to kneel and to go through that. And the camels are stubborn, right? They don't want to go through that, right? So that's what the eye of the needle is, because the actual needle. The actual part where you have to get the string to go through, it's hard to get it through there because it's such a small space, right? But that's what that's referring to. That's how hard it is. It's like getting a camel to go through a very narrow, cramped space, right? A stubborn animal, right? Right. So, of course, he wants that money. He wants more money and more fame, right? He enjoyed that lifestyle. He had a comfortable lifestyle, right? Right. He enjoyed the soft raiment, the glorious apparel, right? He liked that stuff. Okay, that's what he liked. He ain't willing to be out here in the field putting in actual work, right? Oh, he don't do camps and this and that. You use a keyboard Israelite, use a in front of the camera Israelite, but you ain't, which we're in front of the camera, but the main thing is we go out on the highways and the byways. We're in the elements. He don't want to go out in the elements, man. Right? And ultimately, you're not a prophet, man. But like Elder Apostle Tahar said, when he did his video, you can't make yourself a prophet. You can't. Right? You have to be called and then chosen, right? You only know when you're chosen if you endure unto the end. You can't make yourself a prophet, man. Okay? But he is obviously not one, for sure. For sure. Right? Let me grab this. He wasn't steadfast. Well, he didn't have the right doctrine or teaching in the first place, but he wasn't steadfast, man. Right? 1 Corinthians 15 and 58, and I'm going to end it off there. It says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable. And that was John. He was steadfast and he was unmovable, right? He had backbone. Always abounding in the work of the Lord. Now, you cannot abound in the work of the Lord if the cares of this life and riches take up your attention, your energy, and your time, man. Take up your energy. The majority of your energy has to be in this word, man. Right? Now, not to say you can't have money and, still be all gung-ho for the Lord, right? But it's all about your spirit. It's all about mindset, right? You can't love that money. You can't love the substances you have, man. It says, or the substance that you have, the riches. It says, always abounding in the work of the Lord, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in the Lord, right? And this guy was doing all types of vain labor, right? So just wanted to do a quick video on that, man. This guy is nothing but a reed shaking in the wind, right? Which this ain't the first time. All these other, celebrities. That's why I don't really pay attention to them all like that. Maybe some of them, but they ain't really for this, man. Really, you shouldn't have said nothing about professing yourself to be an Israelite, right? So with that, call Allah Yahweh Shem Kakodash and Shalom to the whole elect. Shalom.